Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter, with a fun tutorial for you today. And today's tutorial is sponsored by Papermart. You can check them out online at www.papermart.com, and that is where I purchased this lovely baker's twine. Now I'm going to share a little tip with you here. I showed you this in an earlier video. This is the bag where I store my baker's twine, but sometimes I like to take it with me, like to a crop, or I just want to bring a little bit with me and not have to lug that whole bag around. So what I did was took this cute little bobbin stamp from Pink Persimmon, stamped it on some white cardstock, and wound some of the baker's twine onto that. So it's so cute, and I can easily just stack it up and stick it in a pocket on my crop bag. I just think it's adorable. I really love the colors that they offer. So what we're going to do today is these cute little crocheted hearts. They're very easy to do. All you need to know is a slip stitch, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Now the cool thing is on the front of the hearts you get the variegated kind of baker's twine braid, and on the back it almost looks like a back stitch. So I'm going to show you how to do that. With the baker's twine, you want to use a small crochet hook, kind of like one you would use with crochet cotton or tatting. This is a 1.4 millimeter or number 8 tatting hook. It's very tiny, very steel. You could even go a little bit bigger than that if that was uncomfortable for you. Anything you can pull the string through the holes with, and it crochets very nicely. The twines are well twisted and it doesn't slip out. I'm going to show you this technique. You can see I used it here on this card, and those little letters are also by Pink Persimmon if you're wondering where I got those. And you want to stamp them first, that way you won't have to worry about smudging ink on your crocheted bit, because that does take a few minutes and you wouldn't want to waste your time on that. And I just used some little clothespins to attach it. But I'm going to show you with yarn and a bigger hook because it'll be easier for you to see on the video. So what I've done is just traced a plastic template here to get this heart. And if you're using if you're doing the small hearts with the baker's twine, you're going to want a 1/8 inch punch because your hook will be able to easily pass through that. And it's just the twine fills that size up really well. You can see how you don't really see the holes too much, but there's plenty of room for your hook to get through on that. So we're going to use a 1/4 inch punch for this, and just regular worsted weight yarn. You probably have that around the house, and it's great to practice with. That way you're not using up any of your lovely twine while you're learning how to do this. I taught my girls how to do this, and they caught on right away, and I think they're actually going to make some valentines with this method. And so this is just a standard hole punch. You could even go a little bit smaller. I bet you could get a hook as big as a size 6 through this. I was using the one in my crocodile earlier, and it was a little bit smaller than this, and I used this this size F hook, and that worked really well. But this I could probably even use a bigger hook with. And you simply go around and evenly space your holes as well as you can. Don't worry if you got a little spacing off, it's still going to look really cute. And I just have this little ball of yarn. It's going to be plenty. It doesn't really take that much yarn to do this. Alright, so I saw this idea on the Purl blog, which is a knitting store in Soho, and I looked at it, I'm like, how do they do that? There was no instruction, so I had to figure it out myself. So the first thing you want to do is make a slip knot. I know people have a hard time with this, so I'm going to do it slowly. I kind of pull it apart with my thumb and index finger, give it a twist, and pull on the longer end, the end attached to the ball, and that gives me that little noosey slip knot. It's one of those things, it's very hard to explain how to do a slip knot, but it's just second nature. So you want to hold the slip knot in your finger, but first go through the hole at the top of your heart. Then put the slip knot on and just give it a tug to tighten. Now you're going to pull the loop through, just a slip knot. You're going to try to keep the knot to the back, but these holes are a little bit bigger than what I was working with before, so the knot might want to pop through, but that's not a big deal. Alright, then you're going to put your hook through the next hole, and you're going to you're going to wrap it around just like you would if you're making a regular slip stitch, and you're going to pull the stitch through the front. I think I would use a little bit smaller of a hole punch for this next time, but this will, clearly show you what to do. So on the back side, I've just pushed it through, and I've wrapped my yarn around, and then I find turning the hook helps a little bit, and I pull it through again. So I do that through all of the holes. If you need to, you can pause the video. I would recommend enlarging it to full screen so that you can really see the detail here. Lo and behold, I'm keeping it in frame, which is a nice change of pace for my videos. And you just keep repeating until you get back up to that middle bump in the heart where we started. So I'm going to speed this bit up because it's going to take a while, and we'll keep this video a little bit shorter for you. We're doing the exact same thing in every hole. Very easy as can be. Okay, now that you're on your last hole, you want to go through that first hole and do it one more time so that you've completed your heart. Now, you want to pull up your loop so it's a little bit longer, and then snip that long string on the back. But I would try to keep it as long as your starting string so you can make a little hanging string for it. And pull it through and give it a little tug to tighten. Now you have the completed crochet braid heart. Isn't that cute? You can see the holes a little bit. The punch was a little bit big, but you would use a smaller hook, a smaller punch with your baker's twine because it's a thinner yarn. Alternately, you could use the fluffy, fuzzy yarns and fibers, and this size hole makes some really funky hearts. You could use this for a classroom Valentine and write, I'm hooked on you, you know, especially if somebody knew it was crochet. Little kids might not get that. You could put, you keep me in stitches Valentine or something like that. It's just a clever little idea. You could do 2 back to back and then like slip a lollipop stick in there, and that would be really cute. So, you know, however you want to do it is great. I really love it on this little Valentine's card. I think it was really sweet. And it'd be cute if you decorate a little holiday tree, if you did little hearts hanging from a tree, or I like to clip hearts everywhere in my house at Valentine's Day. I think it's so pretty and so much fun, and you just gotta spread the love, right? I want to thank my sponsor Papermart for sponsoring today's video. Check them out online at www.papermart.com, where we make you look even better. Thanks for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.